right into it. The alphabet, part 1. It's super simple. I'm going to say the letter, then I'll give you a Spanish word that uses it and what it means in English. Your job? Just listen and then repeat after me. Ready? Let's do this. Okay, first up, A. It's pronounced A, a nice open sound, like the A in father. And our word is árbol, which means tree. Next is B, be, as in barco, a boat. Now C, se. Okay, pay attention here because this one's a little tricky. In front of an A, O, or U, it's a hard K sound. Think comma, which means bed. We'll get to its other sound a bit later. Moving on to D, de, for dedo, your finger. Then we have E, e. It's a really pure sound, like in the word egg. Our example is estrella, a star. F is efe, like in fuego, which is fire. Then G, ge. And just like the C, it's a hard J sound, think go, before A, O, or U. For example, gato, which is cat. And last in this set, H, H. Now this is a big one to remember. The H in Spanish is always silent. It's a ghost letter. So the word helado is actually pronounced helado. That's a huge rule to get down. Wow, you're doing great. That's the first chunk down. Let's keep this momentum going and move on to part 2. Now, this next group has a couple of sounds that are really unique to Spanish, so listen up. All right, here we go. First up is E, which is pronounced E, just like in the word machine. Our word is imán, which is a magnet. Next, we have J, jota. This one makes a sound kind of like the H in hat, but it's a little rougher, coming from the back of your throat. Think jarra, a jug. K is ga, super easy one, for koala. Then L, ele, as in luna, the moon. M is eme, for mano, your hand. And N is ene, for nube, a cloud. Okay, and here it is, our first letter that you just won't find in English. Ñ. It's called ñ. That little swiggle on top changes everything. It sounds like ñ, like in the middle of canyon. Our word is niña, which means girl. Beautiful, right? Then we have O, a nice, pure O sound for oso, a bear. P is pe, as in pan, bread. And finally, for this section, Q, cu. Now, in Spanish, the Q is pretty much always followed by a U, and together they make a hard K sound, like in the word queso, which means cheese. And just like that, we are in the home stretch. This is it, the final set of letters. You're doing awesome. Let's finish this strong. Okay, the final group. Let's start with R, for the word ratón, which means mouse. Now, this is that famous tapped R sound. Don't worry, we're going to talk a little more about the really strong rolled R in just a minute. Next is S, ese, for sombrero, a hat. T is te, for teléfono. U is pronounced U, like in moon, for uvas, which means grapes. Now V, uve, for vaca, a cow. And here's a really good pro tip for you. In most Spanish-speaking places, the B and the V sound exactly the same, so don't stress about trying to make them different. W is v doble, and honestly, you'll mostly just see it in words from other languages. X is X, as in xilófono. Y is Y, for yo-yo, and we've made it Z, zeta. In Latin America, which is most of the Spanish-speaking world, this just sounds like an S. So the word for shoe, zapato, is pronounced zapato. Easy, right? And there you have it. That is the full 27-letter Spanish alphabet. Woo! But wait, before we wrap this up, there are just a few extra sounds I want you to know about. These are super common combinations that you're going to see all the time. They actually used to be their own letters, but not anymore. Now they're just important sounds to keep an ear out for. Okay, first up is CH, which is pronounced che. This one's a piece of cake. It's exactly like the che in chocolate. Then we have the double L, L. In most places, this sounds just like the Y in the word yes. And last but not least, the famous rolled R, or ere fuerte. That's that strong, vibrating, trilled sound. You'll hear it at the start of a word, or whenever you see a double R, like in the word perro for dog. Now, the most important thing to remember here is, don't worry about it. You really don't need to memorize these 3 as part of the alphabet. The whole point is that you're going to pick these up totally naturally, just by learning new words. Think of them as part of the music of the language, not as something extra you have to study. And that's really the main takeaway here.
By learning these letters, you've just built the entire foundation for speaking and reading Spanish. Seriously, every single word, every sentence you learn from now on is going to be made from these sounds you just practiced. You've totally set yourself up for success. So congratulations!
You know, you've just taken a massive first step. So the real question is, now that you have all the building blocks, what are you going to build first? What's that one thing you're excited to learn how to say in Spanish? Whatever it is, your journey has officially started. Thanks so much for joining me today.